Hi, I'm Greg Gant, senior forward for UNC Asheville men's basketball team, and I'm here with the all-time leading scorer in Asheville men's basketball history, Tajion Jones. Can you speak a little bit about your transition from being a college basketball player to finally having the opportunity to play professionally?
Oh, yeah, for sure. My transition from college to the pros was, nothing too difficult. Obviously, it was just a little faster because, 6 seconds less on the shot clock. So you got 24. There's still always a big in the paint, unlike the NBA, because the NBA they don't have the defensive 3 second call. Well, they do have the defensive 3 second call, but it wasn't nothing that I couldn't really adjust to. I had my little struggles early on, but my coach, which was an American, he kind of helped me out a lot. So he kind of played my position at the same time too. So he kind of helped me grow as a player and put that confidence into me that helped me adjust, and I was good from there.
Walk us through some of the processes that goes into playing internationally.
The process was different because I never didn't know how it was going to go until first you obviously got to get your agent, and that process I took my time with. I kind of signed mine a little later. After I waited until after the PIT thing I got invited to sign my agent, and I feel like I made the best possible choice for me. I feel like I like my agent a lot. He works hard. I feel like he doesn't sleep, but make sure you do take your time with that. But first you get your agent, and then he gets your name out there, and next team start reaching out, and he tells you there's a team from this club, this country, this league, like that, and then you kind of just sit down and talk with each other about it. And so we ended up choosing this team Leiden in the Netherlands in the Dutch league to be next league, and it's kind of how that went. Going to the Netherlands was actually a pretty good starting spot for me, especially because they speak English really clearly. So I didn't want to go nowhere where the English wasn't too clear. So they willingly spoke English,
right.
And so that was a really good adjustment because I ain't have to worry about not knowing how to speak any of the languages. Dutch it's a hard language to learn, though, for real.
Any foreign language.
But Dutch is real. It's nothing you want to learn for real. But it was good though.
Of course, as a professional, you spend a lot of time working on your game, but being in a new country, a new place, how did you spend your time away from the gym?
Me personally, I've always gamed. I'm always going to game, so I'm always on the game. Sometimes I got on the game with some of y'all from back home and stuff like that. I used to be up late sometimes, which was not good. But but yeah, other than that, I used to go try to get out and travel to some famous cities. Like Amsterdam was only 30 minutes away, so I went there a couple times. I just went. They had a crazy mall out there, which was huge. And yeah, so I was there almost every weekend. Just going, I wasn't even buying stuff. I was going just to get out the house.
Right.
But it was nice. I went to the beach. It was only 15 minutes away. Everything is close out there. If you drive 2 hours, you're in a different country out there. Wow. So it's kind of, it's different. Over here, it's the state.
Know that.
Yeah, the Netherlands, best one, the farthest game was 4 or 5 hours. But yeah, mainly I used to go and try to visit, other cities like Amsterdam, Rotterdam, stuff like that. There's a lot of nice cities out there.
Tell me a little bit about the experience of in your first year professionally winning the Dutch championship and being the MVP of that game. Just talk to me a little bit about it.
Yeah, playing overseas in general, the atmosphere every game is just rocking, especially away games, home games. The fans, they have these chants that goes the whole game. The chatter don't stop. Yeah, they love their club, stuff like that. But the championship alone, that was kind of like what happened when I was here.
Is in the big South at once.
Jones,
difficult to do.
McMullen off the screen. Jones for three.
Big time screen by McMullen.
Rebound. 1 point game, minutes to go. Jones rises, fires. Yeah.
Can't really explain it. I didn't miss that game, which is something they said. I was I didn't even know that.
He's locked in.
Yeah, so just one of them switches just flipped in my head again, and then kind of led my team to another win, and now I'm stamped over there for life on their banners and stuff like that, just like I am here. So that was a crazy experience to have because they pop all the flares and they start drinking right after the game. They drink over there. For sure. They're crazy, but
just an excuse to have a party.
After every game they'll go get a beer. So I'm like, God, this is crazy. We just got done playing. But winning that championship, that was a crazy experience to have for sure.
It is under my impression that you played your way into a bigger and better contract. So can you just tell us a little bit about that as well?
Yeah. So, like I said, Leiden was like a good, stepping stone like league, to like kind of jumpstart your career out there over there. And we played in the FIBA Euro Cup, which is a second like league that a lot of teams play for if they're like fortunate enough to like win their league or whatever the year before. So I was fortunate enough to play right into that because they won the league last year. So I was lucky enough to get that. Went, did my thing. I had scored like a game high 30 against an Italian team, and I think that team is in the league I'm going to. So I guess that kind of helped me get my looks out because, according to my agent, I skipped a step. So like, I played really well to get to get the contract where I'm at now. So that's if you go play, you gonna go make some money. That's always been my plan to just go out and make some money.
So what was your biggest adjustment going from living in the U.S. to, of course, living in a foreign country?
Well, the first adjustment is the time difference. So over there, I was 6 hours ahead. Yeah, so when it's lunchtime here, it's already 6 p.m. over there. So that was a big adjustment. It took me like a week or so to kind of like adjust my sleep schedule. And I mean, obviously, family and stuff like that. I missed birthdays, holidays, and stuff I usually don't miss the fam and all that. So like that was a big thing that you kind of think about. So, but I could try to keep myself more busy, so I ain't really thinking about it, so I don't get homesick. I didn't get homesick until like month 8, 9, 10 for real, because I was always busy. We always had practice, weights, or doing somewhere else with my teammates. Just trying to pass time and stuff like that. But I miss like the things that you never really missed before, because when I was in Asheville, that's only 2 hours away, so they was able to come to games, stuff like that. But only my mom was able to come to a game this year, and obviously my girlfriend. But yeah, that was it.
So now that you're a year removed, what can you say you missed the most about being in Asheville and playing for this university?
I would say, the use of like your immediate resources, like the weight room and trainers, stuff like that. Like over there, you have trainers, but like our trainers was only there game days. Like, wow. So like how sometimes after practice you want to get like some extra stretching or treatment, stuff like that. You got to either schedule the appointment before practice, or you can't do it after practice because practice is done at 6 and they're long gone at the crib and stuff like that. But access, because we went to a public weight room, so like we only reserved it for a 10 to like we worked out like at 10 a.m. to 12, so like we only had it for that hour or a couple hours. But the immediate resource, like we can go to the get extra lift with Coach B or whatever whenever, or go see Tim or all the trainers, like, because they're always on hand, especially but like over there you gotta make sure you're doing, like, I got to the point where I was doing extra workouts at home, because I mean you can go to the weight room whenever, and the gym, like the access, especially with my team last year we had limited gym access, so I couldn't just go to the gym whenever. I come here like 11 at night and get some shots, and you can't do that. We got it at 2 specific times, at 10 to 12 or 4 to 6. So I was starting to have to get my own shots at like before practice, after practice. I had to like change my routine enough, because usually wake up and go get shots whenever you want to, stuff like that. But you gotta make sure you actually use of like time management, stuff like that. So all your immediate resources is something you really miss from Asheville for sure.
In your first season here at Asheville, Coach Morrell's first season at Asheville, going 4-27 to totally like rebuilding this program, and in your last year going 27-8 with the Big South Championship. Can you just speak about what went into this?
Yeah, so dang, 4-27 years seems like forever now. But yeah, that first year, because that was my first year actually playing, because I redshirted the year before. But that year was just alone was just a huge learning experience. Like our whole team was young. We went from having the youngest team in the country, and then I finally, my last year we probably like one of the oldest teams in the country, because we've been together so long, and people left, gained some people and stuff like that. But the journey was just a constant grind, to be honest. Like Morrell came in, he had a vision, he believed in me, because my first year I only shot like 28% from 3, and he always said, you're going to be the best shooter in the Big South, or the best shooter ever. So like him always pouring that confidence into me, even though he barely knew me at the time, and like we just kind of like built that relationship. Yeah, it was like, so that's why, he always says like I'm one of his favorite players ever, because like I was here when he was first year was here, and he was here when my first year actually playing. So like we kind of went through the same thing all the way up until we won the thing together. So I'll just say, like I said, it's just that whole 5-6 year stretch is just a constant grind. Like a lot of highs and a lot of lows. Like just, especially when we was getting, we lost to a D2 team that year. Something I never thought I would do. But hey, it happened. We learned from it. But after that, we made like one of the biggest jumps in the country that next year, winning 15 games, something like that. But yeah, it was a crazy struggle at first, but we kind of, like I said, added players that kind of helped flip the program around. Like when Trent and Dognum came, they kind of helped jumpstart us a little bit. And they started getting more transfers, stuff like that. And Drew finally came around, and got him, instilled some confidence into him too, and he became the player he is now. Had one of the best college careers possible here too himself. So yeah, it was just a lot of work, a lot of work that happened in that long journey for sure.
You mentioned some of the early struggles that you had in your first season, maybe even your second season. What was the driving force behind keeping you here and believing in what Coach Morrell was preaching?
Well, first it was Coach Morrell himself. Like I said, he was pouring all that confidence into me, and he kind of helped me grow as a player. But me at the same time, I'm a competitor, that, and I wanted to see the program turn around itself. So I was trying my best and do things like working harder, getting bigger, and getting stronger, stuff like that. So it was a lot of work that I had put into myself to help see things through. I wanted to see it through. I wanted to see it change. That my second to last year before I came back from my my extra year when we lost on that buzzer beater, I was just I can't go out like that. We went out because I feel like we had a chance that year. I feel like we had a chance our COVID year, but we just caught that COVID break that whole month, I think February. So in our first game was back in the Big South tournament. So that kind of, we was on the road that year too. So I just feel like we had chances to actually be really good. And then especially after that year we lost on the buzzer, I was yeah, I can't go out like that. I want to end it on a better note than that for sure. At least try to make it, win as much as we can. And that's what we did at the end. Ended up winning the whole thing.
Mike Morrell shouting no fouls. DeLorso for three, no, rebound, Pember, and that's it. The UNC Asheville Bulldogs are the top dogs in the Big South and are headed to the NCAA tournament.
It was probably the craziest thing ever because I still can't explain what happened that game to this day. Everybody always asks me what happened, what did you? I was I can't tell you. Just something clicked, and next thing you know, we won.
Put yourself in a freshman's shoes. Imagine that you're a freshman coming into college. What advice would you give yourself now after a historic college career, after your first year professionally? What is the biggest advice you can give to the next up-and-coming Tajion Jones?
I would say, because coaches, they love you as a person, as a player. They push you in different ways and stuff like that. So, I would say, because I had a problem with it myself, don't listen to how they're coming across, but listen to what they're saying. They might be yelling at you crazy and stuff like that, but what they're saying is what you need to actually listen to, not how they're coming off. It might come off as, you may think it's negative, but you gotta listen. You gotta kind of go past it and okay, this is what he wanted me to do because he sees the potential in you. Right. All coaches see potential. Just stay down. Don't try to get frustrated with how they say it or how they do it. Coaches gonna get frustrated. They're gonna yell. That's what they do. Right. That's gonna come with it. But and I just say just stay sticking with it, and then obviously always work on your game. Those early morning shots after practice, before practice. Always stay on a constant grind just to help get better and try to help your team. So how coach says it, and then always just putting in extra work.
It's been a pleasure interviewing the all-time leading scorer in UNC Asheville history, Tajion Jones, man. I just enjoyed your insight, enjoyed your thoughts, and I just appreciate you for your time.
No problem. I appreciate y'all having me back. It's good to be back here.
Yes, sir.